what is up guys, Phoenix here, and today we're going to be working on DANTDM in a diamond minecart. So this is like a survival house or just a statue idea I had, kind of like the Stampy Cake one. The reason I say this is not a survival house is because you have diamond blocks making up the hunk of the cart. So unless you make it in creative and then play your world on survival afterwards, I don't think there's a way somebody would actually be able to build this cart, or maybe they'll use light blue wool instead of the diamonds. But either ways, what we're gonna do is go over the color palette first. We have a block of diamond, cyan wool, black wool, gray wool, white wool, light blue wool, sandstone, and grass is just replacing. And in the top tray right here, I have light gray wool, cyan hardened clay, spruce planks, and oak planks. And those things in the top tray are going to be for the tracks. If you want to do the tracks, I built them into the ground, but I might actually try building them one up so that the tracks are like above the ground and part of the build, because when they're in the ground like this, it's kind of hard to see. So when I'm building the tutorial, if you don't care about the tracks, you can build it like one above the ground when I say the cyan, because you see it's only one above the ground, but I'm going to raise it up one. So in the tutorial, it's going to be up higher by one, just so that the tracks will be out of the ground and on top of it. Anyways, let's jump right into it. So starting out for this build, we're going to be using cyan wool to start off. So what I want you to do is fly up and go 2 off the ground. And once you're 2 off the ground, on top of that, we're going to place 1 cyan wool. And this is going to be one of our corner blocks. So what we're going to do is from the right of this, we're going to go 15 to the right. And you can see entity 303 over there. So we're going to add 15 to the right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We want it to be 16 in length. And the diamond minecart is a rectangle, so the sides are not even. So we're going to bring this back 19 so that we want it 20 long, but we already have 1 block here. So just add 19 to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And let's try doing that to the opposite side. Let's add 19 going back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And this should be equal, so you should be able to go over here and just drag this over now. So let's try that. And voila, we have the first rectangle. So now let's go back to the front and start bringing up the sides. For this next part, we're going to go to each of the corners now and raise it up by 9. Because we want it to be 10 in length, but we already have the first block right here. So just add 9 to each corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do that to the opposite corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you can also just go and connect them while you're at it, but I'm worried about raising them first. So let's just do that. And I'm getting a little sloppy with it because I do know that these are the right height. So if I drag this over, I just need to make sure it meets up. But all in all, it should be 10. Like, we're adding 9 to 1 block, so it should be 10 tall when you're counting it out. And once you have this rectangle complete, that's basically the minecart shape done. And it will start working on Dan and also the inner layers, because the inner layer does leave a lot of room on the inside. And this is one of the things I was talking about when I was saying that I don't know if you guys want to do it as a house or if you guys want to just leave it as a statue. I think it's cool as both. Anyways, once we do this, we're going to go on the inside. And what I want you to do is place a placement block or a grass block in the corners of each of them. Or you can just place it in one corner, actually. You don't need to place it in each of them. I was wrong. And underneath this placement block, we're going to put 1 diamond block. And then we're going to just trace the entire perimeter of the build with this diamond block. Now, this is just to keep the coating of the inside of the... Because if you've seen the minecart, it has a gray layer and then like a lighter gray layer. So this is going to be like the double layer of the minecart. And then you can go around with black as well on the inside, but we're going to build Dan first. And once we build Dan, we can worry about that other stuff. So starting from the front, or whatever you want to count as your front, we're going to skip the first block from the top right here. And then we're going to go over and put 3 pieces of sandstone going like this. And you can do that to the opposite side as well. So we're going to skip the first block on the right side and then put 3 sandstone going to the left. And that's just to start off his little palm thingy. Now from there, we're going to start curling it down so it's gripping the cart. So we're going to put another row forward and then 1 row down. Like that. So now it looks like he's cupping his hand around it. We'll do that to the opposite side too. And now we need his little like TDM thumb sticking out. So we're going to go to the first row we set and add a 4th block to the end on each side. And now it looks like he has thumbs. So that's pretty cool. From there, we're gonna go behind the back. Sorry if I'm like stuttering a little bit. I'm kind of nervous. And we're gonna put 3 whites on the first original block. So you can see we're ignoring the thumb on both sides. And then it's also leaving a little bit of space for where we're gonna put the face. So let me just zoom out and we will jump right back into this. So now that we have this little shape going on, we're gonna set up the first part of the face that we need to do by going to our dark gray wool. And we're gonna set up another 3 after the white wool. Then a second row of 3, and we'll do that to the opposite side as well. And then we're gonna curl this down into the cart, I guess. So that way it's blocked off. And it looks like it like just disappears behind the corner. See, the illusion is supposed to be from like far back, like you can just see it from here and it looks nice. But if you're inside, it just looks kind of messed up, which is fine because you're not supposed to be up here. You're supposed to look at it from far. So anyways, what we're gonna do is from this diamond block we have right here, we're gonna go up. So put your placement block on top of it and then put 1 back from it. We're gonna put the sandstone to start off. There we go. So we want it right there. And we want to make an 8x8 sandstone for his head. So we're going to go 7 more to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't place blocks. 7. There we go. And let's extend this back. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you ever made the DANTDM skin, we're just going to do that right now. So let's raise it up too. And I'm just making this shape out of sandstone, but it's probably like not all the correct blocks. So we'll swap it out. Actually, I'll just go row by row and do it, because now that I think about it, if I just make the cube or whatever it is out of the sandstone, I'm going to be doing a lot more erasing than building. Anyways, so the first row is going to be all sandstone, and you can actually take the white and just fill that in there and there, just so you can't see it. Next row is going to be 3 sandstone, 1, 2, 3, 2 black, and then 3 sandstone again. Next row, full sandstone. Row after that, 1 sandstone, 1 white, 1 black, 2 sandstone, 1 black, 1 white, and then 1 sandstone again. Row after that, 1 sandstone, 2 white wools, 2 sandstones, and then 2 white wool again, and then 1 sandstone. So it's like invert of each other. Here's where it gets a lot easier now because we have the goggles coming in. We're going to put 1 blue wool. Then we're going to come forward 2 black wool. So we're going to do it like this. Then we're going to go back in 2 sandstone. Back out 2 black wool. And then back in 1 light blue wool. Now we can stay at the level that the black wool is protruding from and we'll build the goggles and then we'll just fill in the hair after that. So it's coming out to the level that the black wool is out, this level out. We're going to up and to the left 2 vertical, so put a placement block right here and then 2 vertical black wools. Then we're going to curl it back in by going up and to the right 2 flat like so. And then down and to the right 2 vertical again. So that's goggle number 1. We're going to do the same shape over here. They should be touching each other, so let's just fill that out. Once you have the double goggle working, I'll just zoom out so you can see it. Perfect. All we're going to do is go into this top left corner, these 2 on the top and the top right, and we're going to go back 1, like if we're back with the light blue right here, and put the light blue there. So back 1. Perfect. And you can actually, this stuff is going to go back with him, I think. So we're going to be doing the back of the skull later. So just don't worry about coloring that stuff in. Just make sure the front looks fine, because we do have to bring the back of his head around. Then for his goggles, we're just going to do 2 flat of cyan on both, on the bottom. Then on the left one, we're going to put cyan, then diamond. And on the right one, we're going to put diamond, then cyan. And that's the front of DANTDM's face. So it's already looking perfect. You just need to get the sides done and stuff like that, and just minor details. So let's just jump right into that actually. So from the side, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the lower level of DANTDM's goggles. So this one right here, and we're gonna extend this back 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think I went 1 too far. So, we'll just wait for a second though. I'm pretty sure I went one too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because it's supposed to be the exact same length as his head. Anyways, we're gonna do that to the opposite side as well, so extend that back just a little bit. Don't worry about the exact length because I think I did something off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, see, his face is only 7 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I did that counting wrong. I told you to make an 8x8 square, but I only made it 7x8. So now that it's fixed, it should be fine. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. And I think this needs 2 more there. And it's just supposed to be the exact same shape as the skull. So from the left, or the right side, sorry. So this side of the build, we're gonna do this, and you can mirror it to the opposite side once you're done. But for now, we're just gonna go row by row. So from the row, we should only be missing right here. This block is gonna have a light blue underneath. Next row, we're gonna go to this bottom set of blue right here, and we're gonna go down into the right 2 flat, down into the right 1 single, down into the right 1 single again, and then down to the right 2 vertical. So everything in here where I'm punching is going to be sandstone now, and everything on the opposite side of it is going to be light blue wool. So let's just start filling that in the shape. And now that I see it, these back corners are going to be light blue as well, because the back of his head, as I just told you, is going to be light blue wool. So we can just extend that up. And once we have it at the right height, we can worry about doing the opposite side as well. So just replace the back with light blue wool, and I also extended it up 8 blocks so that it's matching the rest of his build. So let's go to the opposite side once we fill in this color, because this color is going to be all light blue wool behind this point. And up here is going to be light blue wool as well. So it's pretty simple to do. And we're going to do this to the opposite side. So let's fly all the way over there. And all we're going to do is from the spot right here, we're going to put this one in again, like we did over there. And then on the bottom single, we're going to go down into the left 2 flat, down into the left 1 single, down into the left 1 single again, and then down to the left 2 vertical. And then you can put everything behind this point. Oh my gosh, I messed up. Everything behind this point is light blue again. And everything in front of it is going to be sandstone. Then above the goggles, light blue as well. Let's whip out the sandstone and just finish the face up. Perfect. So now we have the front and both sides of the face done. Let's do the top and the back, which is all going to be just light blue. So just fill it in. Other than the line made by his goggles, which we're going to just continue that line to the back of his head because it's strapped around the entire part of his head. So find where his goggle line is and just make that its own separate line. See? And then we go back to the light blue wools and just continue filling it in. It's a very nice system. And I do like building DANTDM. He's a very interesting person. So it's very fun for me to build builds for characters I like. Like I did like the Stampy one too, but I think I like DANTDM more. Anyways, from the bottom, I think we can color this in. But I might leave it blank because all we got to do is go inward from the diamond we have and just fill it in with rows of black. And I think the rows of black does end up covering the bottom of DANTDM's jaw, unless you want to color that with sandstone specifically. But I just wanted to make it look like there's nothing in the diamond minecart, so I put it as black. And now that leaves a lot of room on the inside for just empty space. And like I said in the Stampy build, if you guys were watching that, I'm not an interior guy, so I'm not gonna. I tried it on the Undertale survival house I did, but I didn't do it on the Stampy house, and I don't think I'm doing it here. I'm not gonna do the interior work for you guys because I don't think I know enough about interior work to make it look nice. And a lot of you guys, if you are using it for a survival house, you'll know what you want to include in it. So it's nicer if you guys use your imagination for the interior rather than me mess it up and kind of just guide you along a weird path. So let's go inside it now. And yeah, see, under here, you can color it in with black, or if you want to use skin color for Dan, you can, but I'm going to use black because from the inside, you won't know what the outside looks like. It's just going to look like a house. Now, I was going to time-lapse this part for you guys, but I'm probably going to time-lapse the outside of the diamond minecart being filled in and not this part since we're almost done. So let's just do the wheels and stuff, and then I will time-lapse everything else for you. So that's the top part of it done. Now going down to the long side of it, all we're going to do is starting from the front part of like one of the wheels parts, or I guess we're going to count 3 back. So 1, 2, 3. Then after those 3, we're going to punch 4 out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do that from the back too. We're going to go to the back and count 3. 1, 2, 3. And then punch the next 4 out. And you'll do that to each side. Or each long side, actually. Not the front and the back, because you know minecarts don't have the wheels on the front and the back. So 1, 2, 3, and then punch 4 out. Go to the front. 1, 2, 3, then punch 4 out. Perfect. Now from there, we're actually going to put 4 blocks, just coloring the, 4 black wool, sorry, closing the gap. And these are going to be our wheels. And the reason it's 4 is because we want to give it a roundish shape. Like once you have the 4 in, we're going to put 2 black wool on the top and 2 on the bottom. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, just do that all around. And that gets you the nice wheel shape. And I told you guys that if you didn't care about the wheels or the tracks, you would put it 1 lower because then you'd be on the ground with this. But since I probably do want to see you guys do the tracks, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure everything's lined up, and then we're going to switch over into our blocks that we're going to use for the tracks. And I'll show you guys how to get it started, and hopefully you guys do include it in your build. So now we found the block specifically underneath one of the wheels, and all we're going to do is switch over into our light gray wool. Yep, it's right here. And we're going to put 2 underneath it. In front of that, we're going to add an extra 1. And then we're going to put another, I guess we can put another 4 in front of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it ends up, how much blocks do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So since we have 7 here, let's add 15 to the back now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I think that makes it symmetrical. Yep, it comes out to being 1 in front, extra, and 1 in the back, extra. And we can do that to the opposite side. So we go to underneath the wheel exactly and add blocks until it's 1 in the back extra, see? And then drag it to the front, and it'll be 1 in the front extra. And if you count carefully, it should be 22 long. So just in case if you guys need an exact number, 22 long is how it should be. But tracks are never this thin. We're going to switch over to our cyan hardened clay, and we're going to create a second layer on the outer perimeter, not inside, like this, of cyan hardened clay. And that just gives you a thickness to the tracks. And if you notice when you place normal tracks, that's like the shading part of it. So I just put a darker light gray instead of using dark gray because it's so easy just to use the same blocks as up here, and I didn't want to. Anyways, now we're going to switch over into our planks, which are the easiest part to do, I guess now. And we're going to start with the darkest plank first. We're going to start from the front row and count 3 rows back. So 1, 2, 3. And on the 3rd row is where you're going to want to include the dark plank, and you can just drag it all the way across. And here's a problem, it might be hard for you to get underneath the build, but you drag it all the way across, and then 1 over on the extra on the next side. Then the row after that will be we use spruce first, it's going to be your oak plank. So you go across like that, and bring it all the way. You want it to be too thick, just like the railing. And this is very easy. So we have a 2x2, like we have 2 spaces, then the 2 wood, then we're gonna put 2 spaces again, then the 2 wood, whoops, then 2 spaces again, then the 2 wood, 2 spaces, 2 wood, and this is just a constant pattern until you hit the end. 2 spaces, 2 wood, 2 spaces, and you can put the wood on the end, I guess, like this. There's one of them. But I don't think it really matters. Oh, this is not 2 spaces right here. I'm stupid. Sorry. There we go. So you can go and fill this in now. And I probably will time-lapse this along with... Let me add it because I just want to time-lapse for you guys since you guys know what to do. We're going to color in the cart with diamond. So just coat this with diamond right here. So I'm going to time-lapse this for you guys. And we'll see it when it's done. Hopefully you guys were able to follow along to this point and are enjoying the build. So there you have it, guys. It took a little bit of a time to fill everything in, but I even put a little door in there for you guys if any of you wanted to make it into a house. As you can see, here's the interior I was talking about. It's nice, but it's also like, it's just a square. So if you guys want to make this on creative and then also play survival on it, I wouldn't blame you. Just make sure you don't use the diamond blocks as part of your survival to keep it as genuine as possible. I'm all for building a cool house for like a survival series. Just make sure you don't use the house for cheating. But anyways, if you're just building for a statue, you can just remove the doors and keep the diamond stuff. I still think it looks pretty cool. And let me see, did I miss anything? No, so I'm gonna do a quick aerial around it just so you can see all the angles. And I think it came out pretty nice, guys. What do you guys think? I've only been showing you like front views and stuff like that from when I asked you guys if you wanted me to build it. And ooh, I missed right here. See, this is why we do aerials. I've only done a front view from when I asked you guys, should I do this in a tutorial? So now that I've done the full view, you guys get to see how it looks. And I didn't put his whole body in there, but from far, it actually looks like he's kind of crouched in there. So that's why I like this build so much. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. This is Phoenix, and as always, I will see you guys later. Bye.